Alright, so I'm not really going to start with an intro, so basically what we're going to do is just switch the supercharger oil from my supercharger to this one. I'll link it down where I got it from eBay. It costed like 20 some bucks. Even came with the syringe. And well, yeah, that's really it for this. I'm just going to show you how it's done really, since I finally got head mount for my phone. So yeah. Alright, so first thing you're going to do is really just take off the air filter. This will work, the supercharger like oil replacement thing will just work for the Harley Davidson edition, which came with the Saleen supercharger, and the S331, since they basically share the same thing, since this supercharger is from the 331 Saleen edition of the F150. So it's really hard to find information on this. Like, I had to find mostly everything on forums of Saleen superchargers, not even of Harley Davidson. I had to search up the S331 edition so I could find information on this supercharger, since most of the Harley Davidsons didn't really come with a supercharger. It was just the regular 5.4 liter. So honestly, kind of got really lucky with this one. Yeah, so just gonna take off the air filter. It uses a flat head, and I'll just take it off over here just to do so too. Hopefully this camera is getting everything I do, and if not, then I'm sorry. But also there's going to be a 10mm over here. There we go. So once these are loose and you have the 10mm off, you can just pull it out and pull it out from here. I recommend you putting just the bolt back where it's supposed to be, not all the way, but just enough so you know where everything goes and you don't lose track of things. So this, you could just drop it down somewhere. I'll put it next to the welder, and this I'll just leave it right here for now. So now you're just gonna want to get the ratchet. I already forgot the size of this, probably 1/2 inch maybe. And you're going to take off the belt, since the easiest way I found is you just take off the whole alternator, so you could go to a little bolt that's an Allen key. That's why I have those there. I'm just not entirely sure on the size, but I'll just show you the whole process of this right now. So yeah. Really recommend a breaker bar of some sorts. This is just a metal pipe, but it'll do. Okay. All right. As long as you get the one belt off from any part, you're practically good. And then, all right. Okay. So now that I got the belt off of the supercharger part, you can literally just take it all off. I'll show you a diagram of how it's supposed to be put back on. So if you're doing it yourself, you don't have to take pictures and remember where everything goes. So yeah. Before taking off the whole belt, because you won't really be able to take it off without removing the alternator, mostly because it's just closed right here and it connects to both of them, so it's just going to be continuing to be right there, just stuck on. And sorry if the camera's shaking a lot. It's just, this is new to me basically, so just trying to do what I can. guess the bolt isn't 1/2 inch. So the size is going to be 12, and there's going to be 2 bolts that you need to take off with the alternator. I don't know if you can see it. I'll just take off the head mount. I can't even see it through this. Hold it. Yeah, so first one, ignore that. First one is just going to be right here, and then the second one is going to be right there. And I just hold it on by those 2 bolts, and yeah, I'll just get to it. Yeah, sorry you can't even see what I'm doing for the bottom one, but it's basically the same too. Yeah. By the way, right now I basically have another project coming up rather than just working on these, so I could actually have content to do. And I'll just show you guys real quick, but it's with that little go-kart right there and that Predator engine 212. The original one's right there, but I got all this for free, so I was like, might as well. The only problem with the Predator engine, it's seized up and just different types of things, but I'll try and make it work really. But yeah, so I could have other stuff to do rather than these, mostly, since what's wrong with this is, well, not really wrong, but the heat exchange. And if you look at the prices, you're lucky if you didn't break that, because this brand new from Saleen goes for like $3,000, and on eBay, where I usually get my stuff, which is not good, but still, won't really get into that, it's last time I saw it for like $1,000, but recently I saw one for $400. But me being me, I don't even have $400, so that's why I just went with the supercharger oil for this, mostly since it does need it. And the next thing I'm probably going to do is the actual coolant reservoir, mostly because if you see, it's all like orange with gunk and stuff. So that's most likely what I'm going to probably do. Luckily, everything else is practically good. It's just that I think the lifters are going out for this truck also, mostly because it has like a ticking sound, but the engine is like 90,000 miles, so I don't really think it's ticking right now. And yeah, that's really it. I might do something for the Dodge, which is just installing a speaker system. I could show you how to do that, but yeah, that's really what I'm planning on doing right now, just for content for the channel, so I don't have to go with weeks without doing any sort of videos and everyone thinking I'm just gone or something. So yeah, probably going to put the 212 engine in it, and if I do, well, there I go. I have a fun little go-kart now. Now the thing is, it's a 2-seater for like little kids and stuff. What I'm probably going to do is honestly just make it into a 1-seater with just a seat that I have, maybe like Mustang seat, mostly because I used to have a Mustang. You know what, I could actually do like video sorting times. Well, I don't even know how to explain it properly, but like I'm just driving in the truck and I tell a story about like my Mustang or something, or even how I got these trucks, which is actually what I might do. That sounds good, at least for now. But yeah, but still, going back into this, yeah, so you just grab a 12 and just start loosening it. For me, it comes out very easily. I think it's just because of how like the engine miles and stuff are here, because I got this like a really good deal. It's just that it actually has a rebuild title, but the thing is, with the guy that sold it to me, he likes to choose, because it was from like a used car lot type of place, and one of the guys working there, he was like, hey, you guys made a good deal, because the guy that, like, the owner of the place, he just chooses cars that are broken, but that can be like fixed super easy. So it could be a bumper or stuff like that. So nothing damage to the engine wise was done. So everything else is probably still good, except for these rusted spots, if you could see just the heat exchange. And the only reason I'm talking about the heat exchange mostly is because whenever I drive when it's super hot, the supercharger just gets hot like super quick. So then I get scared to drive it, mostly because it's a supercharger. I don't want to damage it. So yeah. So once it's loose enough, you could just put the belt over here. You could pull it out, but you will have to take off these connectors. But I found an easier way to do that. It's mostly just from, if you follow this over here, you see that one goes to the actual thing over here. So I could just loosen it with a 10 out of 12. That could have been bad. Anyways. Yeah, I also need to get a battery holder. But yeah. Anyways. So this takes off the alternator entirely. And then there's a little connector over here. If I could just pull it out, because you do have to like push it out. Let's see. Yep. You have to push it up. And then you just take off this connector right here. And then go under. Just put it right there. And then alternator is easier to come out. If it even can. Alright, let me just try loosening these bolts up more. Okay. Just gonna take them off fully and hopefully just drag it to over here. Or just do that. That works too. Okay. Just gonna place it right here. And then put these bolts back real quick. Well, might as well just take off the belt when I have the chance. So is it gonna come off? Okay, I'm just gonna put it like that. I don't want to mess around with it anymore. Alright, so I'm gonna take it off my head real quick. And the bolt you're gonna want to take off is this one right here. I don't know if you guys could see it. Yeah, that one right there. The reason you need the syringe actually is because there's no drain plug for it, so you have to suck it all up first. So that's what I'm gonna do. Where's my own keys? Alright, so first one, so the one you're going to want to use is a quarter inch Allen key. Hopefully it's inch. I'm not trying to sound dumb or anything, but yeah. So then you just loosen it. Wait, I want to try something. Oh no. Or I might be very dumb or right, but let's see if you could hear it. You could barely hear it, but it's starting to do the sound. Alright, not gonna deal with it because rebuilding it from a place costs like $1,000 or even more. So actually I might have another car that I'm gonna pick up, maybe, though. It's gonna be interesting also because it's a classical car, if you really think about it, because it is a 1975 car. I'm just not gonna say what type of car. Sorry for that. But yeah. This must be really boring, just seeing my hand just move back and forth. Alright, so hopefully you could see the drain hole. I'm gonna try to get a good angle with that, who knows. Yeah. So I took it off, it's right here. Doesn't seem too bad, just gonna plop it right there so I don't lose it. And now I'm gonna grab the syringe and put it in the hole. The thing about this, you have to kind of angle it. Hold on real quick. Move slowly. Right. Don't lose that. So I feel like you're going to have to angle it real quick. Or not. Alright. Okay, hold up. Okay, so some oil did come off, which is good. I mean, oh, that smells weird. Okay, that doesn't smell good. Oh my god, that does not smell good. I don't even know how to explain it. Alright, let me just squeeze this in that. Okay. I hope that's not what supercharger oil smells like. But still feels like there's a little bit though. Cause I stick this whole hose thing in it and only that came out, so hopefully I'm just wrong. But yeah. And if I remember correctly, I need to put 6 ounces of supercharger oil. Do I need to go more deeper? So I got about 1/4 of an ounce, I guess. Half, so 20 cc's, whatever that means. But yeah, I'm not really a metric cc guy. I'm mostly ounces. So. That's great. I will clean that up after, don't worry, I'm not gonna leave it there. Okay, yeah, that's just a bad smell. Okay. Well, I guess it comes with working on cars. Damn. Yeah, so it is kind of hard putting it in, but if you angle it right, it kind of goes in there good. Okay. So also, if you really think about it, it's barely had 2 ounces of supercharger oil. And if I remember reading correctly, it needs to take 6 ounces of supercharger oil. That means it's been running low. So, luckily I have more. Yep. Just gonna continue with this. Actually adding new supercharger oil. So, best thing I could do is just take off this part. Put the hose. Okay, that's spilling. I'm dumb. Okay. Just almost ruined my Spider-Man shirt. Or probably already did, but still not gonna get into specifics. So just put the hose in there. Not like that. I mean, that could work. So yeah, just hold on to it. Open this. Can't do a smiley face or anything, so. And then just lightly pour it. I guess that's just how it smells. This one smells a bit better though, but still. Oh yeah, that's light. Okay, a little bit too much. That is light. Do I need to push it down? Okay, hold up guys. Let me just grab this. Going to do it slowly, mostly because I don't want it to explode on me while I'm pushing it down. So there we go. I'm gonna lift it up a bit just so I can take it off. So whenever I'm in there like that, and if I suck it up, I'm just going to suck up all the oil with it. So it's not going to really matter, so you have to keep on doing this. So I'm gonna continue, put it in at a right angle, wait, left angle, my bad, because it's on the left side where you could put the hose up. So just put the rest of it in here. And that's about it. This would be alright, I guess. Not gonna really deal with that. Get the syringe attachment again. You know, this is why I'm glad I bought this head mount, because I'm using both my hands, and I already know if I just didn't have it, it would have been a hassle, or I just wouldn't have recorded it. So just push it down slowly, mostly because you don't want to over pressurize it and then just explode on you. So you're going to pull it out again and grab another supercharger oil and just place it right here for now. Okay, hold up. Alright, got it. Oh, wait. Okay, that's what I'm not taking this, well, taking that off while having the hose in, but still. Okay, I'm gonna leave this back right here, put this cap right there, grab this, boom. Okay. And that should be around 2 ounces. And hold on. I'm just gonna put it on the floor. So now the syringe cap thing, and then just put it down slowly. Okay. Yep, that's enough. And the only reason I know it's enough because it's, you could already see the oil on top of the drain plug, not the one around it, but I should clean it, but I don't really have any rags right now, so I'm just gonna put it back on the bolt that goes there. If I even can. Got it on, now just screwing it. And yeah, it's very hard to find information on these cars. So I was lucky that I found anything about it. So yeah, that's why I'm doing this video, to help anyone else that really doesn't know how to do this for this certain type of car or truck. Well, yeah, it's a truck, not a car, but yeah. Who doesn't know where their oil fill thing is? Because honestly, I don't know how I didn't notice anything of it, but I was like, wait a minute. Superchargers take oil. I was like, wait a minute. I don't know how much mine has oil, so yeah, I just kind of put two together, and yep, definitely needed oil, mostly because it had like barely 2 ounces. But got that done. Now I just need to put everything else on, like the alternator and stuff like that. There's my alternator. And yes, I'm sweating. Okay. And then put it right here. So glad about this, to be honest, that you could just plop it like that. Because with other ones, it's just a single hole where you have to just push it through and hold the alternator at the same time. While this one, you could just have a bolt under it and just hold it. So yeah, just tighten this. And yeah, that's really it for the video, to be honest. Just putting the belt back on and putting the air intake thing. Honestly, I might get a new one, mostly because it does restrict the sound a lot of like the whine. So, and probably get a smaller pulley just for fun, mostly because I know some will go up to like 19 PSI with a smaller like 3-inch pulley, because this is like a 3 point something or a 4, so it's really big. So, but for now it's fine, really. Yeah. And the way I recommend putting the belt back on is leaving the supercharger one for last, and that will help you. But yeah. Anyways, that's really good. Next video, hopefully I will start the go-kart up. It's just really hard, mostly because it's been outside for a couple years, so there's rust and all these things with the engines. So yeah, I'll probably do that for the next video, or something else if I can. Really depends what I have at the time, you know. So just bear with me. I am going to upload videos more often, hopefully, but right now it's just that I had to wait for this the supercharger oil, and then this head mount. So yeah, it would either be the go-kart or me just riding this truck or the Ram of how I got them, or some other thing. But yeah, that's really it. Hopefully you guys like my mom's home voice. It's funny how it sounds on camera, but yeah. I might be able to do something else, who knows. So yeah, I'm just gonna put this back on. Yeah, hopefully you guys like the video. This would probably really help a couple people, to be honest. And I'm just really excited with this end of the video thing, so I'm just gonna stop right here.